Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is The Lion King from 2011. So let's get started. It was a special day in the Pride Land as the sun rose over the dusty African plain. Animals of every kind journeyed to the Pride Rock, home of the mighty Lion King. The animals was honoring Simba, the newborn lion cub of King Mufasa and Queen. One day the tiny cub would become the next Lion King. At the presentation ceremony, a wise baboon stood atop Pride Rock and held up the cub for all to see. The animals bowed to their new future king. But Scar, the King Joe's brother, wasn't there because he wanted to be the next king. King Mufasa was angry that his brother had skipped the ceremony. Afterward, Mufasa and a lower bird named Zizu found Scar, but Scar didn't seem sorry at all and walked away. Don't turn your back on me, Mufasa groaned. Perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me, answered Scar. Young Simba grew quickly. The playful cub wanted to be just like his dad. Simba thought his father was very brave. Whenever hyenas entered the Pride Land, it was Mufasa's duty to protect the other animals by chasing away the savage hyenas. Early one morning, Mufasa took Simba to a top of Pride Rock. As the sun rose, Mufasa explained the circle of life. Never stop turning. One day the sun will set on my time as ruler and rise with you as king. Then everything the light touches will be yours. Mufasa also warned Simba never to go to the shadow place. Later, Simba asked his uncle Scar about the Shaoli place, the animal grave, or the elephant graveyard. Only the bravest lion go to the elephant graveyard, Scar told him. Knowing the cub would go there to prove his bravery, Scar didn't tell him about the dangers because he didn't want Simba to return. Just as Scar thought, Simba and his best friend, a girl cub named Nita, slipped off to explore the spooky elephant graveyard. They found it filled with hungry hyenas. Luckily, Zizu alarmed Mufasa, the great Lion King, chased the hyenas away. After Zizu took Nita home, Mufasa talked to Simba about what being brave really meant. A wise king didn't go looking for trouble. Mufasa looked up at the starlit sky. The great king of the past looked down on us from those stars, he said. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that these kings will always be there to guide you, and so will I. Soon after, Scar had another evil idea. He told Simba to wait at the bottom of a rocky gorge. Your father had a big surprise for you. He lied to the cub. It was a trap. Scar had some hyena called a wildebeest stampede. Simba climbed a tree to escape the pounding hooves, but he couldn't hold on. Mufasa arrived and saved Simba, but he struggled to climb out of the gorge himself and called out to Scar for help. Instead of helping, Scar pushed his brother down into the stampede. Simba didn't see what had happened. When all was quiet, the cub rushed to his father. Sighed, Dad, come, you gotta get up, he said, but Mufasa would never rise again. Then Scar appeared. Simba, what have you done? He asked. Scar's words made Simba think everything was his fault. What should I do? The confused cub asked. Run away, groaned Scar. As the cub ran, Hyena chased them. To escape, Simba jumped into a thicket of thorns at the edge of the desert. Luckily, Simba was rescued by Timu, a muskrat, and Pumbaa, a warthog. They brought the cubs to their jungle home. "Where are you from, kid?" asked Timu. "It doesn't matter. I can't go back," Simba replied sadly. "You got to put your past behind you," Timu told him. "It means no worry." Those were the words Timu and Pumbaa lived by. "And here's what we live on," Timu told him, showing Simba some colorful bugs. Puma ate one with a chirp. "Slimy but satisfying," promised Pumbaa. Simba eyed his next meal and then quickly followed the icky insect. "Slimy but satisfying," he replied. Simba loved living with Timu and Pumbaa. As the days passed, the little cub grew to be a big lion like his father. Yet Simba never forgot about the Pride Land. Looking up at the stars, one night Simba remembered what his father had told him. Where the great kings of the past looking down on him, Simba wasn't sure. One day, Puma found himself being chased by a hungry lioness. Timu tried to rescue his friend, but it was Simba who came to the rescue. To Simba's surprise, the lioness was his old friend Nita. Simba was happy to see her. Nita explained that everyone thought Simba was dead. Scar now rules with the hyenas, but Scar was a terrible king, and the Pride Land had become a terrible place. The herd was gone, and there was no food or water. Nita told Simba he needed to return and save the Pride Land because he was the rightful king. "I'm no king," Simba told her. But that night, the baboon visited Simba as they looked up at the stars. The young lion heard the echo of his father's voice. "You must take your place in the circle of life," the voice told him. "You are my son and the one true king." His father's word gave Simba courage, though he still believed he was responsible for his father's death. Simba bravely returned to Pride Rock. At Pride Rock, Scar was blaming the queen for the lack of food. Even the hyena was unhappy and very, very hungry. Then Simba arrived and let out a roar. Scar stared. "Mufasa, it can't be. You're dead," he exclaimed. But Queen recognized her son. "Simba," she said softly. "I have come to take my place as king," Simba told Scar. But Scar and the hyena would not back down without a fight. Nita, Timu, and Pumbaa bravely helped Simba and Queen battle Scar and hyenas. During the fight, Scar admitted that he had caused Mufasa's death, not, not Simba. Now Simba knew the truth. Simba sent Scar flying into a mob of hyenas. Though Scar had ruled with them, the very hungry hyenas were not very loyal subjects. With Scar gone, the rest of the hyenas fled the Pride Land. The star peeked through the clouds as Simba took his rightful place as king. With Nita by his side as queen, the Pride Land soon became lush, green, and happy again. In time, Simba and Nita watched as their own tiny cubs were present on the Pride Rock. The circle of life returning once again. So, that was The Lion King from 2011. So P like, no. Yep, 2011. So that was The Lion King from 2011. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video come out real soon.